Drive My Car is a beautiful, mysterious and profound movie about the difficulties in opening up. To say what's on our mind and to tell people that are close to us what we truly think. To be honest with the people that you love the most and the ones that love you the most, a strange feeling that everyone goes through. Like whatever is on our mind is not important to discuss, so we bottle it up and wait for the right moment. Not realizing that there isn't just one right moment, because every day, every hour and every second we don't speak about what we truly think or believe is the right moment. But we shy away from that and we keep these thoughts. Sometimes thoughts that eat us up and cloud our judgment or minds to the point until no one can listen to them anymore. So they stay with us unheard. Stay with ourselves, being the listener to our own thoughts. To take what we have to the grave because we were too afraid to say them to the world. And that's what Drive My Car represents to me. We follow Yusuke Kufuku, a theatre actor who secretly knew about his widowed wife having countless affairs with other men, but kept quiet about him knowing what his wife was up to because of the fear of what telling her would do to their marriage. Because what he had with his wife Otto was something he did not want to lose, as he truly loved her and she loved him. Even though she would sleep with other men, Yusuke knew that her love for him was real and not something that could be faked.
私ね、あなたのことが本当に大好きなの。
But even though that love was pure, the fear of losing her by confronting that he knew she cheated was a step too far. Maybe he couldn't lose his wife like how they lost their daughter. Maybe he didn't want to be alone. But Otto tragically passed away, and so now he lives with that regret of never being able to get some kind of closure in this part of his life, to never confront her on what she was doing.
あったら怒鳴りつけたい。責め立てたい。僕に嘘をつき続けたこと。
Because the fear of opening up sewed his mouth shut for years, and he let her continue to cheat with other men because of this magical bond they had, where after they had sex, Otto would come up with new stories for her show that she was writing. A balance. Otto gets to create her stories and Yusuke gets to be with Otto. But there was one story that was unfinished, and Yusuke thought he would never hear the end of it until one man, Yoji, a man who slept with Otto, heard the end of that story. So the magical moment of when she would conjure up stories after their most intimate times was what she was doing with other men.
終わっていません。
君はこの先を知ってるのか？
いえ。
And so, a closure that would never happen will eat with him even longer. But this can also be said about Otto, who wanted to tell Yusuke about what she was doing, but because he was so afraid of losing her and the balance they had together, he went driving until he came back to see his collapsed wife.
お父さんが聞いてもらいたがっていたという可能性はないですか?
And we know that she wanted to tell Yusuke about what she had been doing because of the untold story about the girl. A story that Yusuke thought did not have an ending, but to his surprise she told the rest to Koji. And in that story, the girl kills a burglar at a fellow student's house. Next day, she thought there would be repercussions, but there wasn't, and she didn't like that. She wanted to let the world know what happened, not because she wanted to brag, but the guilt was eating her up. This girl was touching herself in another student's bedroom without anyone knowing, an act of pleasure, something that Otto was also committing with other men. Just like the girl in the story, Otto doesn't want to tell Yusuke to humiliate him, but to come clean. This perfect balance that Yusuke thought he had with Otto was built on a lie. A lie maybe he told himself as a way to run away from that responsibility to confront his wife.
だから、それを見ないふりをし続けた。自分自身に耳を傾けなかった。
Because if Koji knew the ending, that means Otto tells stories after an intimate moment with everyone, not just Yusuke. And when he hears that, you can see his face and heart drop. The reason for him not speaking with Otto, to keep that love and balance they had, was not even there. But yet, when she is dead and he listens to her voice as she speaks on the tape reciting lines for him so that he can learn his lines, he is having a conversation with her about the very thing that he avoided in real life.
それはあの女の低粛さが鉄頭鉄尾まやかしだからさ。
And I know he says he listens to it because he practices, but he already knew the lines because it's a play he has acted in before. He even states that he can no longer act in this play anymore, but yet he keeps practicing, keeps having a conversation with his deceased wife. And at the end, he realizes that he has to live with that regret of never speaking out.
生きてほしい。もう一度だけ話がしたい。
Yusuke's case is an extreme look at the fear of opening up, but it's something that we all do. Sometimes more than we like. And it's not because we want to keep our thoughts to ourselves, it's the same reason why Yusuke did. There is always a fear that what you say could cause more damage, but in reality, it's the opposite. To have a conversation where you are open is healthy and beneficial. The weight on your shoulders lift and then you can continue with your life, knowing what you said is out there in the world. I've many times not said anything and not opened up, and I look back on those moments with regret and they will stay with me because it is difficult to do. To be vulnerable with people that are close is scary. But my takeaway is that if you keep hiding your thoughts, then all that will bring is the regret of never showing the people you love the most your true self. I'm gonna go drive my car.